Welcome back to Inside the Heat. After the season was over and it was clear Bosh would be returning to the floor, Bosh and his family returned to one another via, of course, once again, the Bosh Family World Tour, and then the work to get back to the floor.
My game plan in the summer was just to enjoy life. We always travel, so traveling the world, enjoy my kids, and getting back in the gym. Those were my two main things. Can I have besito? I felt that I had this time off for a reason. I felt that everything happens for a reason. So I told myself that I was gonna use this time wisely, and I treated it very importantly. They love cupcakes, so it's like a science in this household.
Right, Daddy?
Yes, I think that's right, yeah. Just having children alone is the best experience ever.
I want to do it.
There you go. All right.
It's okay, we'll get another egg.
It's all right, here's another egg. Here we go. No matter what, they want to be happy for that moment. They don't care about what happened yesterday. They're not looking forward to tomorrow. They just want to be happy right now, and that's such a unique thing to see, you know, in adults, and that's something that I'm trying to work on. All right, those are Jackson's cupcakes. Cooking is one of the things I love to do too, so to be able to kind of, you know, spend time with kids in the kitchen is good. Yeah! Good job, Dylan. Just by being with them, it gives me kind of a refreshed way to look at things. Like, okay, you know what? I'm with my kids. This is how they are. Full of energy. They're running all over the place, and they just want to be happy. Just being around that joy has just been unbelievable. And then my wife, you know, she worries about me and things like that, but just having somebody that you know that has your back no matter what is always just a great feeling. So whether she knows that or not, she really does a lot for me just by being in my corner. You know, that's enough. Well, good morning. We're going to work out this morning. We're going to Beverly Hills High School. It reminds me of working out when I was in high school. It's kind of nostalgic being in there, you know, no AC. It's early morning, so it won't be as hot, but it'll heat up pretty quickly, and, you know, we'll get a really good sweat going. I got back in the gym pretty early, and, you know, it just started kind of with, as soon as I got cleared to lift weights, you know, that kind of just, it went on up and up from there. It was good just to get back in and do something and have like a rhythm to my day. I just started with the basics, shooting and basic fundamentals. It was a time for me to kind of refine my game, work on things, change some things. And so I started with the minimal basics. It just started with form shooting, just doing that. And then we incorporated footwork.
Head and shoulder, good, get up.
I never get the chance to do that, so I felt that that was a time, like I said, to really work on my basic fundamentals and kind of sharpen my game back up. I'm just trying to be the best player I can be, and so that requires tedious hard work so you can perform when it's time to perform. So, you know, I know that now. I take my health very seriously for obvious reasons, but yeah. It all starts here, you know, what you gonna do when nobody's looking. This is Ed, my trainer, longtime trainer.
Yes, sir. You're gonna get it in.
Yeah. We're gonna run on the beach. We got our core work in today, and now we're conditioning. As I age and get a little older, you realize how tough it is to get back in shape.
Good and strong. That pace right there.
So I started, and after the first week, I've never been more sore in my life.
Yep.
My back was hurting. I had new aches and pains I never knew could exist in my body. You always think it's hard, but it's not hard. Getting in the hospital is hard. This is easy. It's been quite a process getting back into physical condition.
What it takes, put in work.
I want to make sure that I'm dedicating this season to, all blood clot survivors and the ones who pass away. I kind of relate to that a little more than I used to. This is for you guys.
Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Bosh was able to begin his rehabilitation process a little earlier than expected. So right before training camp began, he sat down with the media to talk about the journey he just endured.
Training camp is next week. We're finally here. I guess this is kind of like my first official, unofficial day. We're about to do a little press conference. I've gotten a chance to look at basketball through a lot of different angles and perspectives, and I am very happy to be back in Miami, and I'm very excited about this season with our great fan base.
Chris, are you off blood thinners, or are you still on blood thinners at the moment?
I'm released and ready for contact.
Can you sort of tell us the chances of recurrence as far as you know?
The reoccurring risk comes from a hereditary gene. Fortunately, I don't have that. That was one of the dangers that I faced earlier was, am I going to be able to play the game? Because if this test comes back that it's a recurring thing, that's going to be a problem.
What changes have you had to make and will you have to make during the season, health-wise?
Just the small things, making sure after a game that you continue to move. That's the most important thing. Keep that blood pumping in the legs. Walking around the plane every few minutes or hour or so.
Was there any point from the beginning?
I thought I wasn't going to play?
Ever?
Yeah, for sure. I had a lot of time to think. I was in the hospital for about 9 days. Yeah, you think about it, but I never considered that to be a reality. I always kept it positive.
What have you tried to express to your teammates about this?
Well, just that nothing is promised to you. We have to come and work every day. And I don't want us to get complacent just because we have a good record or because we had a big win. I want guys to continue to strive for excellence and to know that it's difficult. But it's not as difficult as they think. I would rather be doing that than have tubes in my chest. I can run around, I can jump around, and I'm healthy. And that's all that matters.
How long have you been doing full-on basketball workouts the way that you would want them to be?
About a couple months. Everything with the extent of contact. You always want to get a little bit of time in, and, I'm working on that now. But I've had a great summer. I think I'm in pretty good shape, and I'm ready to attack training camp.
Today, the Miami Heat will open training camp over in Boca Raton on the campus of FAU.
And the first time since February, Chris Bosh practices with his teammates.
Training camp will definitely be different for me because of everything that happened, but I've been given this gift, and I feel that I have this chance, and not very long, but I have a chance to really play to the highest of my ability. I've been working on my conditioning quite a bit throughout the summer. That was one of the major points. Now it's just coming back the next day and the next day and getting my body used to all that contact and running up and down the court.
He went through the whole practice, and he could have gone longer. He was very fit coming into camp. He needs the 5-on-5 work. There's no doubt about that. We'll see how he feels tomorrow, but I was encouraged by that.
I'm probably more surprised than anybody. Soreness has been limited. That's why you work hard in the summer. You always want to make sure that you're ready for camp. I'm trying to bring a different focus to everything that I'm doing, so I want to make sure I'm on my game and ready to lead.
It didn't even cross my mind that he's missed time at all. He's just out there playing basketball. He looks good. He looks comfortable.
To know that we're preparing for a season, to know that we have talent, to know that we have the possibility to get back to our winning ways in Miami, that alone is exciting for me. I feel that we really got after it today. Guys came out there, we competed, we continue to pay attention to detail, and we're just going out there 100%. 1, 2, 3. You get way more appreciation for the game because, I owe the game everything. It has been what has given me a job. I've been able to provide for my family and have fun doing something that I love. So just having those opportunities from playing basketball has made me very thankful. And just to be able to play it is great. I'm living my dream. Tonight, I'll just be excited. It's always great to feel the energy of the crowd, energy of the new season. I'll probably have to settle down. I think we all will, but it's another opportunity to begin a new season. I'm just happy that I can do it again, and that's what's most important for me. Coming from me personally, I want to thank each and every one of you for your prayers, for the well wishes that you gave me to help me get back here tonight.
Bosh against Spencer Haas. Gets around Haas to the rim, up and in. What a great fake left and going right.
It's just good to be out there with the guys. It was more emotional when I couldn't play. That's when the tough part was for me, but it's just a privilege to play in front of these amazing fans every night. You know, I'm living my dream.
When you see Chris Bosh on the floor this season, make sure you cheer loud and proud. He's a member of the Miami Heat. But also remember to take a second to remember the blessing of having Bosh still with us. That's how serious his condition was during the 2014-15 season. But that was then, and this is now. Chris Bosh knows he's thankful that he's still a part of the Miami Heat organization and the push toward excellence once again. Thank you so very much for watching this edition of Inside the Heat. I am Jason Jackson.